Welcome to That's Good for Footy.
Forget about the heartbreaks, the agony and heartaches. You give it all for the game's sake, and that's good for footy. Forget about the heartbreaks, the agony and heartaches. You give it all for the game's sake, and that's good for footy. And this is what you pray for, every night and every day for. You give it all, then you give more. That's good for footy.
Good evening and welcome, everyone. How are you all? Wow. Talk about the Blue Brigade. Wow, this is fantastic. Nice to see you all. Welcome along here to the Craigieburn Sporting Club for Carlton night. I've got two champions here. Look at them, they're chomping at the bit. Everyone's going, where are they? Where are they? Show me. You're all like little weavers. Let's get stuck into the show. I'm looking forward to bringing the boys out. I hope that you're looking forward to meeting them. Yes? Yeah. Good. Ooh, okay. Welcome to That's Good for Footy. This is the family-friendly, live and interactive footy panel show. This is where the fans meet the players and the players meet the fans. The shows are for the passionate supporters. These shows allow you to see the players in a light that you've never seen them before. I'm ready, let's go. It's Carlton Show, June the 19th, 2024. Please welcome to the show. He is our first panellist. He was born on the 16th of July in 1999. He's played a total of 73 games and he's kicked a total of 29 goals. He made his AFL debut back in 2018, and when he plays for the Carlton Football Club, he wears the number 12 on his back. Could you please welcome to the stage, Tom de Koning.
We are the Navy Blues. We are the old dark Navy Blues. We're the team that never lets you down. We're the only team old Carlton knows. With all the champions.
Thank you. Like you haven't heard that song enough this year, huh? Well done. Yeah, Tom de Koning, everyone. Come on, hello. Nice to see him in the flesh. Nice to have him up nice and close and personal. All the girls down the front here are going, oh my God. This is fantastic. Nice to have you, mate.
Nah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, good to... Let's get stuck in. Our second panellist, he was born on the 7th of October in 1995. He has played a total of 158 games and he's kicked 53 goals. He made his AFL debut back in 2014. When he plays for the Carlton Football Club, he wears the number 13 on his back. Could you please welcome to the stage, Blake Acres?
We are the Navy Blues. We are the old dark Navy Blues. We're the team that never lets you down. We're the only team old Carlton knows. With all the champions, they like to send up.
Welcome. That's very nice. Blake, how are you, mate? Nice smile, isn't it, by the way, everyone? Yeah.
Excited. It's a fair turnout. Good start.
That's what we like, right off the top. Get into it. Bloody beautiful, mate. Welcome to your first That's Good Footy panel show. I know you're going to have a good time. This kind of room looks like it's built for you. I reckon this is just going to go.
Forward to it, yeah.
Yeah, this is going to go down the street. Let's get stuck into it. We're going to talk a little bit of football, but we're going to talk about the boys' kind of football. We're going to do it in our first little segment. It's called What About Me? All right, guys, so I'm going to go on a little bit of a football journey with you. We're going to go through the history. Now, I know you both love your footy, but there's a little bit more that we want to find out about your footy journey and how you got here. So tell us about your first day turning up to Carlton HQ. Did you know where to park, what entrance or door to go into, who to report to, where the entry was? Who was the first person that greeted you? What was it like turning up? And I know that you were, just before we go too far, you know he was a Carlton supporter growing up, so this would have meant a hell of a lot to him. Tell us, mate, what was it like for you turning up to Carlton HQ first day?
Yeah, it was pretty surreal. Obviously, I didn't know where I was going to get drafted, and obviously being able to stay in Melbourne, where I grew up, I just grew up down in the peninsula. So yeah, it was pretty awesome. And I think the first person I bumped into was Ed Curnow, and yeah, I remember because my brother actually dates his cousin, so we kind of already knew each other. But straight off the bat, he came up to me and was like, oh, what's going on with your brother and all this stuff. But yeah, Ed's a great person, and we built a really strong relationship, and obviously still very close now. Or both our families down on the Surf Coast. So yeah.
Did you know where to park? Did you know which way to go? Was it a player's entrance? Did you have your little?
Yeah, it took a bit of getting used to driving around the city. I remember I got drafted with Angus Schumacher, and he was following one of the coaches to training, and he like went through a yellow light, the coach, and then he was like, oh no, so went for it and just got done with the ticket on his first day. So yeah, that was a bit of a stitch up for him, but
nice initiation.
It was pretty straightforward. Yeah, it was nice.
Good.
Yeah.
What about you, Blake? I know that there's been a journey that you've got, but what was it like for you turning up to Carlton?
Yeah, well, my first day, when I moved over from Freo, when you're a senior player, you don't really get looked after as much as the new boys. So I was in an apartment just near the Crown, and went to get an Uber to the club because my car was on the train coming over from Perth, and the train got derailed, so I lost my car for about 3 weeks. So I didn't have a car, so I went to Uber in the morning and checked the Uber, and it was about 50 minutes, and I had to be there in 30. So I was, first day, I can't be late. So I got on a Lime scooter and scooted to a tram, and got a tram from the city straight up, and ended up making it on time. And,
how cool is that?
Yeah, so day one was pretty good. But yeah, I met all the guys before I got there as well, in my travels and during my time in football. So I knew a lot of guys when I got there, and it made it a lot easier.
Yeah, sweet. Who has been your best mate since arriving at the club for both of you?
I still live with Matt Cottrell. I've lived with him for 4 years now. So he wasn't there when I first got drafted, but a year later he got taken in the pre-season draft, and yeah, we've been so close ever since. And he's definitely a good mate. We kind of grew up down in the same area and played some school footy against each other back in the day. Played Stingrays together a couple games. He reckons I sprayed him in those games, but I can't really remember it. He's definitely one of my closest mates.
Yeah, cool.
There, yeah.
Who's yours now?
Oh, I would say Tom, but he's not said me. So
he just sprayed you.
We sit next to each other in the locker room, so we're always talking a bit of small talk. If not him, you got Gov, who's the next one down. So Mitch McGovern, and it was Zach Fisher last year, but he's off at the Roos now doing his thing. But probably those two boys, and really anyone from WA sort of mingle too.
Yeah, okay. Tell us, what are your lockers like? 12 and 13 next to each other. Who's got the cleanest?
Actually, did you stitch me up today? You stitched me up today.
No,
so I walked to my car and I'm like checking my pockets. And before I left, he's like, oh, text me your address. And I'm like, so I can pick you up. And then he's like, and then I'm checking my pockets, I don't have my phone. So I'm like, oh shit, I gotta walk all the way inside. Then I go inside, and lucky I've got this like tile thing that rings my phone when I lose it.
Yep.
So I start ringing it, and it's in your locker. It's in like your boot locker.
I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't do that.
That would have been.
He's known for just pranking everyone, so
It would have been Matty Cottrell.
No.
Your housemate.
Oh, I like it. Very nice. Hey, when I was growing up, I used to walk across the road with my mates, and we, as kids, we grew up together. We used to go around to the local footy ground. I can remember hearing the dads in the garages in the street, and they were listening to the footy on the radio. The footy used to smell like leather and dirt, and I loved that smell. I couldn't wait to get there and kick the absolute bejesus out of the ball. What sort of childhood memories do you have from your early days of football?
Obviously I grew up with a very big family. I'm one of 10, so Mum sort of didn't really let us inside much. We were kind of banished to the backyard to kind of, play with each other and have fun. And otherwise if we were inside, we'd break stuff. So we used to spend a lot of time in the backyard kicking the footy, and 7 boys in our family. So definitely had someone to kick with all the time, which was good. And Sam's obviously at the Cats, and I'm here, but hopefully we can beat him this weekend.
Yeah, exactly. We'll get to that. I just wanted to ask very quickly, just while we're on that subject, did you and Sam, did you both hit your height at the same time? And at what age were you when you both went, spring?
Yeah, I was always pretty tall. I grew up a ruckman, ruck forward, so I've always played that kind of role. Whereas Sam was always pretty short. So I have a younger sister who's younger than Sam, and she was always taller than Sam growing up. So he used to hate that. We used to always get into him. He would hate it. But then once he turned 16, he just shot up,
There you
and
go.
now we're
Yep.
both 204. So
Sad 204.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Blake, tell us a little bit about your memories. As I alluded to, just
I grew up playing when I started footy with my brother, who's about 14 months older than me. So I played in the older age group and stuck with that for about four or 5 years. And then when we were able to tackle in my proper age group, went back down to my age group, and that's when I sort of started playing some good footy and sort of probably helped me playing against my brother, who was older and bigger than me at the time, and then going back to my sort of year level when I was, I'm not sure what age, but sort of took off them from footy and sort of put me where I am now.
I wanted to ask, when you were both growing up, did you used to get I presume you would have, got dressed up in your footy gear, you know, like you're 6, 7, 8 years of age?
Night before bed. Yeah.
That too, but also the point, just like when footy was on the weekend and you were listening to it or you're watching it on the TV, were you like dressed in your footy kit? Did you have your socks on, your jumper, your shorts, that kind of vibe?
Yeah, I used to, before a game, I used to get excited and I'll dress up, but sometimes if I didn't, I would wake up looking for the socks or something, and they'll be wet still in the wash and have to put them around the gas heater and try to heat them up before we played. But
Cool.
a lot of that.
Yeah,
yeah,
nice.
it's pretty funny thinking back to playing like junior footy, and you'd rock up to the game 10 minutes before with your boots on in the car and jump out and just start playing. Where
Ready to go.
It's a bit different now. I get there really early, actually. I'm there like 2.5 hours early now, getting everything strapped up and stuff. So bit of a change.
Yeah. This is a question for both of you, obviously, in relation to footy cards. Did you used to collect them when you were growing up? And if you did, can you remember when you first saw one of you, and what was it like, and how was your signature on the first one?
Yeah, I used to love collecting footy cards. Yeah, me and my brothers used to do it collect them and trade them at school, and yeah, we were obsessed with them really. And then I reckon I got my first one only a few years ago, and yeah, pretty surreal moment.
What was that like?
Yeah, it was awesome. Like, yeah, it's just because I've got nephews now, so they collect them.
Yep.
So that every time they find one of me, they send it to me and send me a
cool.
video and stuff. So it's pretty
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Excellent. And Blake?
Yeah, wasn't huge on sort of footy. I didn't follow it too much. I loved West Coast when I was growing up, the 05 team.
Won't hold that against you, but that's cool.
But I wasn't like massive following of footy, so I didn't really collect cards. But I mean, my first footy card that was made was my State 18s card, and I actually had a little photo when I was a little kid, it's on my Instagram, but that's weird. But get carried away. Yeah, it was my State 18s card. I remember my first signature, I put a hashtag on it, which you don't do at all. I didn't know that. So it had hashtag number 8 on it. And I was at the Saints, yeah.
That makes sense. There are 720 players in the AFL system. You're the best at what you do. In order to be either selected or considered, you have to be either outstanding at your craft or be gifted with natural ability. Recognising this is one thing, being consistent at it is another. There is always pressure around selection. Coupled in with this is form and injury setbacks. This puts enormous pressure on you as a person. What is the one thing you do that keeps you consistent and focused? Is it mindset or is it practice routine?
I think for me it's recognising, I think the most important thing at AFL level, not everyone's perfect and not everyone's necessarily gun at every aspect of the game, but I think it's about recognising what your strengths are as a player and then really going to work on them. And if you can bring that out in your game, then you've got a role to play in the team, I think. So, yeah, I think everyone's got their strengths, and if you can work on that, then you're obviously going to be able to, make it to the highest level, I think, if you're really good at it.
Yeah, pretty similar for me. I feel like the first 50 games of your career, you're learning what your strengths are and what you're good at, and where you sort of fit into the team. And once you figure that out, it's all about doubling down on that. And that's probably what keeps you as consistent as you can be, is when you bring those sort of strengths to the game each week, and something you can really just focus on. It doesn't really matter what the opposition does or what you're sort of faced with that week. You can always bring those strengths to the game every week.
Yeah, nice. How much sport did you both used to play at school and at junior level? Now, I know it was 7 siblings, I should say. Can you remember how much running around that your parents did for you to all your sporting activities?
Yeah, definitely a lot. I think growing up real young days, me and my brothers used to play footy and basketball, and we used to do super groms as well, which is surfing down the coast. And once we got to like 14, 15, we had to make the decision on what we wanted to pursue. Our dad kind of made us because they didn't have the time to drive us all around, so me and Sam both chose football. Sam was actually really good at basketball, so he probably could have gone either way, but chose footy as well, and yeah, since then just played footy.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, I was similar. I was football and basketball growing up, and the school I went to was like a basketball school where you get your scholarship to go there for the school, and play basketball. So I was actually the sixth man on the team because we had 5 state players for basketball.
No way.
That was fun. But yeah, same, you got to make the decision where you get to about 16, 17, and then you stop going to those rep teams in basketball. You just sort of go to the football ones, and then. Yeah, but I don't think I was that good at basketball, to be honest. I just had a good team.
That's okay. I just wanted to ask you, speaking of school, let's just suggest that you're the team, you've both been initiated team captains. You're in physical education, PE. Let's just say, for argument's sake, your skins and your tops. You've both been given the option of being a captain. You've got a first choice. Your first choice is an AFL player from any current day team. Who's going to be your first choice?
That's a great question.
Carlton included, or in?
Totally, it's your team.
Yeah.
I'd probably...
You go first.
Charlie's the easy one, I reckon. Yeah. That's a tough one.
It is.
Good question.
Yeah, thanks.
I don't want to say...
You can.
The rivals stand.
No, you can. You can say anybody because it's you. You're the captain. It's just your choice.
I'll go with Chad Warner at the moment. I reckon the way he's going
Yep.
about it, yeah, he's having a ripper year.
Yeah, good.
I'll go with Charlie.
Okay, yeah, good. Yeah, nice.
Suck up.
Just to show you, that's how you win the fans over. You just mention a Carlton player and you'll be right. We'll just reflect for a moment. The times I've been asking that question, the person that comes up the most, Marcus Bontempelli. Unbelievable. Your first game is pretty significant. It's a pretty significant part of your football journey, especially to your family and friends, so much so that it is now done as a highlight package on social media for all to see. Do you remember when you were told that you'd be playing your first game? And let's specifically, for the people here, we'll stick with Carlton.
Yeah, I do remember actually. I was back when Bolts was coaching, and it was the back end of my first season, and I got chosen, I think it was round 22, as the second last game of the year, and got told I was playing, and we weren't doing too well at that stage. I think we'd won 2 games for the whole year, so they were probably just throwing me out there just to have a crack and just to play me, and it was a pretty surreal moment. Like, I managed to kick a goal in my first game, and my whole family and everything was there as well. So yeah, very special night.
First game, first goal, love that. What about you, Blake?
You want Carlton first game?
Do you want Carlton first game? Yeah.
Pretty. I don't know. It's being a senior player. I've already debuted twice for 2 clubs, and this is my 3rd one. So Bossy got in real early during the week.
Yep.
I think it was the first session of the week, and just said you get through the week and you're good to go. So, so get your family over and get to watch it with everyone's great.
Yep.
Didn't have the game I wanted that game. I think we drew to Richmond that one. So, it was a good learning curve that game though, because first round of the year where it's like that big crowd and so much hype going into round 1.
Yeah.
So it's like our season's over if we lose that game sometimes. That's how I feel like the fans sort of look at it. So there's a lot of expectation going in that game, but
there is.
When we sort of settled the nerves after that, we got going again.
The question's relevant to both of you, and by no means am I suggesting because you've played at another couple of clubs. I know that you grew up Barry for Carlton. That's why I'm emphasising this. What was it like when you first got to the club and you put the jumper on and you realised that the heritage and just the history that's around the Carlton Football Club? What was that like when you look down and you go, this is not gear that Mum brought from Kmart. This is the real gear. I'm wearing Carlton. I'm going out and playing for them. What was that emotion like? Yeah,
it was amazing. It's the best jumper in the whole league, so the navy blue jumper, so 100%. So it was amazing, and nothing's changed. Like, you still pull it on. I'll pull it on this weekend and probably get the same sort of feeling. So it's always so special running out for the Blues, and it hasn't changed since that day, really.
Brilliant, mate.
I suppose for me, coming from Saints who'd won 1 flag and Freo never winning one, then you come to Carlton who's won a bunch. Just like
16.
16. Yeah.
So
So that straight away, I just felt like a different aura around the club, and how much bigger it is to the other 2 clubs I've been at, and then how passionate the fans are and how much they get involved, and the momentum we brought last year when all the fans sort of jumped on us. They were with us the whole time, but that after sort of that 11 win streak we went on, that was something else. So,
wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a crazy ride.
Brilliant. As an elite footballer, what is something you want to be remembered for? A match winner, a leader, a consistent contributor, a reliable teammate, someone who gives your all? What description do you think would best suit you?
Well, he's already a match winner.
Yes.
done it
Very
a couple
nice.
times, so
Yeah.
does it for fun.
Yeah, good. Good.
I think the number one thing we strive for is the ultimate success of winning a premiership, and I think everyone in our team feels the same way, and we want to be in a position in whether it be 10 years, 20 years, whenever we finish, to look back and really just look back and have that, know that we've achieved that, and that's what we're all kind of striving for. So
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. You presume your answer is going to be very similar to that?
Oh, I suppose, very similar, but personally what I'd like to be known for as a player is, I want to just be reliable. I want the coach to put my magnet there and just know the job's going to get done, and he doesn't have to worry about that sort of side of the game, and he can focus on little things or something else he wants to go after. So that's what I want to get to, and feel like I'm heading that way at the moment.
Great. That is a really good answer. Great. Who has impressed you the most down at the club with their work ethic, their professionalism and their mindset? Who's that one individual that stands out for you?
You probably can't go past Sam Walsh. I think the way he prepares, the way he trains, and the way he just goes about it in general. He's the ultimate professional, and he pretty much came into the club. I remember when he first came to the club, and he's always been the same. Like day one at training, I reckon he had about 50 touches in match sim and was just dominating, and he still does that today. Probably his main flaw is not knowing when to pull it back, and he probably does a bit too much, but it's also a good thing that he does that as well, because he gets the best out of himself.
I agree, yeah. Who would you say, Blake?
For me, probably at the moment, he's not with us at the moment, but Sam Doherty, the stuff he does,
Yeah.
He's not training with us at the moment, but you can see how hard he's working, and sort of inspires me to work hard. I've got a fully fit, able body at the moment, and see him busting his ass every day when I walk in those doors. And he's there later than everyone else. He's in the gym longer than everyone else, and the grind he's on at the moment, it's just it's inspiring for me. And I know other guys look at that and see that as well, and sort of step their game up a bit as well.
Yeah, well said, Blake. Well said. Love it a lot. Not everyone here is a purist, and across the footy terminology, and as you can see, there are a lot of mums and dads and kids here. For those of us that don't understand, put it in layman's terms. What is the fat side and the skinny side?
I could do this one. So the fat side, you get the middle of the ground, and then left side, or whatever side the ball's not on, is called the fat side, and the other side where the ball's on is called the skinny side. So as a winger, if the ball's on this side of the ground, it might get stuck there for 10 minutes. And if you're on the fat side, all you're doing is running 150s all day, freeing up weeders, stopping them coming out this side, so the saves their strong side, so the mids don't have to run as much. So
There you go.
it can get pretty lonely out there at times, but when you're skinny side, you can sort of find a bit more of the footy.
Okay.
Sheriff sends Ollie Hollands out to the fat side a fair bit, I think.
Games
Gets him to run those 150s.
games played, so.
I was going to say, which side do you prefer?
Oh, I'm a bit bigger than Ollie, so I've always said once he gets a bit bigger and stronger, I'll let him go have the reins a bit more. But I always say it's even, but it's getting more like that. But sort of trying to build him into it. He's a better runner than I am, so he's probably more suited to the fat side.
Yeah, very nice, mate. Locker room energy is something that can be infectious. Who's a player down at the club who thrives on this? Who is it that brings excitement and vibe to the locker room?
I reckon there's a few, but probably Matty Cottrell, my housemate. Yeah, he's very. He provides a lot of entertainment for the boys, and he runs our fines and a lot of the games and things that we do. So yeah, he's one of the best. And then also Matt Kennedy as well, he's always up and about, that bloke. So
Nice.
So he definitely provides a lot of entertainment.
All right. What would your answer
If
be?
you feel like those two, I'll go the other end of the scale, but Weeders is probably the opposite of that. He sort of drops everyone down, never smiling. Can't get a word out of him, so he's always so serious and never smiling. And it's funny, we watched a clip of one of the backs kicking a goal, and the whole team's cheering for him in the game, and he's at the back, not a thing.
Just focused.
Yeah, he's
still
very stoic.
focused. We're up by 7 goals, I reckon, with 2 minutes to go, and he's still not celebrating.
You need those kind of individuals, don't you? Hey, which one of these things gets you pumped the most before a game? Is it the smell of deep heat, the smell of fresh cut grass, pulling on the jumper, strapping on the boots, the footy in your hands, or the sound of the Carlton crowd?
Yeah, I think the last one, walking up the race and just hearing the sound and going through the banner, that's definitely...
Goosebumps thinking about it now.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, good.
It's funny, I don't do a warm-up when the boys go out to do their warm-up. I stay inside and I get the whole... Say we're at the G, there's 90,000 out there, I get the the sort of changes to myself. There's no one in there. It's just me. I find that like sort of my time to really zone in and get that sort of pump, knowing that there's all those people out there and I can't hear a thing. It's just me in the little locker room. So
Gee, that's interesting. Wow.
I enjoy that time.
Yeah, right. I like that. He gives great answers, doesn't he? Yeah, there you go. Hey, the siren has gone. You're trailing by 5. Which player do you hope has got the ball in their hands to win the game for you?
Yeah, probably this guy. You got to say it now, don't you?
Yeah? Go with that? Yeah, right on. You've taken a mark on the boundary line inside the forward 50 and the opposition fans are giving it to you over the fence. How much of what they are saying are using as motivation, and how good is it when you see the goal sail over the goal umpire's head for a 6-pointer? And what's your first reaction?
My first thought would be, oh, fuck, I hope I kick it. And then, I'm giving it to him afterwards. But, I just hope I go through, to be honest. It's not out of the full. So, fingers crossed for those ones.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's just about the only time you can actually hear what individuals say is when you push up right against the fence or you take a mark and you're having a shot from there. So, yeah, other than that, it's just all just like you just hear a big noise. But, that's the only time we hear individual stuff. But, yeah, you just got to use it as motivation, I think, and give it to them afterwards.
All right. Speaking of which, you've kicked a team-lifting goal. You look up and you watch the replay on the big screen and you see yourself in a good old-fashioned full-body muscle flex. Is there a point where you go, that's not bad?
You're going to have to get Sam Walsh here to answer this one, I reckon. He was flexing on him a few weeks ago, I think. So.
He was. Any answers?
Yeah, Charlie does it.
Charlie does it. Charlie loves it.
I try not to look at it after I kick a goal. I sort of try. I know everyone looks. I hate it when I see guys looking at the screen and looking at what they just did. Just move on, sort of thing.
I hear you. You walk into a pub or a bar and the footy is on. At what point are you conscious of the fact that's actually what you do for a living?
Yeah, I think it's probably something we don't really think about too much. We are big fans of football in general, so we might watch a couple games a week, but I try and not watch too much. Okay. But Cots always has it on, so it's always there. But
Have you been in a situation where you walked into a bar or a club and the footy's on?
Like our own game, or
no, just
just
else
the footy.
Playing.
Yeah, we'll sit down, have a beer, and probably watch it, I reckon.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I suppose when we're having a beer, that's our sort of chance to become a bit of a fan of the game rather than a student. So, when we get those chances, because we do watch a lot of clips of other teams, but I suppose when you're at the pub having a beer, you're probably thinking more of a fan and socialising with your mates at the time, which is a lot. I enjoy that side of it a lot more than I do sitting down watching tapes all the time.
There you go. Yeah, very nice. I get you. If you had to comment on each other's playing style or speak of some of each other's key attributes, what would you say about each other?
Oh, this is going to be cute. I'd probably say he doesn't miss. So he's very reliable, and we can just trust him to get his role done every week. And I think he's shown that ever since he's got to the club. So he knows his role, but he also helps others. So he's pretty much a connector of both the forwards and the defenders as well. He connects them. So
Link man.
He helps us a lot, and he gets back in defence and supports as well, which is huge for us. So.
Brilliant. That's lovely said.
TDK knows I say it to him all the time, but I always say he can grind down his opponents, and sort of his fourth quarter is going to be his best quarter of the game. And I think you would have seen that a lot of times this year where he's already done that. But when he's aggressive and he's hitting in first with the ruck stuff, and then if you don't know what follow-up is, when the ball hits the ground as a ruckman, you want your ruckman tackling and basically becoming an extra mid, which he gives us that now. So when he's bringing that, and I know he can outrun any ruckman over a four quarters. So when he's bringing that as well, he's unstoppable. He's having a great year. I think he's won our trademark award the last 3 weeks, which has not been done before.
That's brilliant.
So he's gone well the last couple.
Well done, lads. Well done. Beautiful. Is it sometimes weird when someone recognises you? Do you have any funny stories from such an experience? And has anyone ever confused you with somebody else?
Yeah, pretty much every time I go out, I get confused as Sam. So
how do you handle that?
I just pretend I'm Sam. Someone wants to buy me a beer or something, I just say sure, and then it's the night before Sam's playing. They're like, "Wait, why are you out?"
Nice, very nice.
I get confused, especially if I'm down the surf coast.
Yep.
There's a lot of Cats fans down there, so I'd say about 95% of them think I'm Sam.
Wow.
So
Okay. What about you, Blake? Anything happen?
No, you just get a lot of guys when you're out just come up to you wanting photos and that, and you don't want to be that bloke that says no ever, so you're always doing it. But yeah, I haven't really had many stories, sort of like Sam has.
Yeah. He's got something that's just going to stick there, isn't it? What are your living arrangements at the moment? I know you've spoken that you live with Cots, but who does the cooking? Who does the chores and the shopping and the cleaning for both of you? What's the situation
Yeah, I live
there?
with obviously Cots and Luke Parks, who used to play for Carlton, so he's down at Willie now and playing really good footy down there. And I'd say the arrangements would be we all take in turns with cooking, so we do a night each, and if you cook, you clean. So because Parksy somehow uses every single pan, every single bowl, every single utensil in the whole kitchen just to cook one meal. So yeah, we make him, he has to clean up after himself. But yeah, Cots is actually moving out soon, which is pretty sad for me. I told him that he has to give me 12 months notice, but he's not doing that.
Yeah, right.
So, but yeah, that's my setup.
Okay. What about you, Blake? What's yours?
Yeah, I got two little Dachshunds, long hair sausage dogs.
Okay,
We got those two that run the house. And then I got my partner as well, Steph, who cooks. She cooks a lot of the time. I used to cook my pre-game risotto up all the time, but she once made it and I said it was the best thing I've ever had, but I just can't be bothered cooking. So now she does it for every home game, which is, I've done that well.
Yeah, you have.
And then cleaning, she gets pretty OCD with the cleaning as well. So I sort of do the job but half do it, and she goes, she can't do it, let's leave it for me. So now she does all the cleaning.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah.
But yeah, I pay for all the bills, so it works itself out.
This is what I want.
It's
That's
fair,
what you
yeah.
want. Yeah.
Works out.
What's the lesser of the two? The lesser of the two: picking up a dropped iPhone over the fence, or seeing a sign for someone asking for your boots.
Oh, the boots, I think.
I don't know how many people can ask for boots in one day. We need to use them.
Yeah.
But a couple of weeks ago, I broke my boots in the game.
Yep.
And I seen a sign saying, "Can I have your boots?" So I flicked my boots, and I think next week there's 20 more people asking for boots.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Pick one iPhone up, and there's 100 iPhones getting thrown after it. So.
I see it. When you were giving away the signed kids' footies at the end of the game, out into the crowd, what are you looking for?
I don't know, just probably the youngest kid, I think, or the most excited kid. Yeah.
I'm asking this for you kids, all right? Is there anything that stands out? Are you looking for any?
Definitely looking for a Carlton jersey, and then if they've got the number 12, then I always go to them as well. So.
Gold. All right. Very nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's not getting it tonight, all right? That's, please.
Yeah, definitely the same sort of thing, like jersey, anything that could be sort of player related, and then I always like seeing the parents are sort of pointing at someone or like a kid there saying like, "Come and give it to my kid" or something. So I pick them out. So
Beautiful. Which leads me into this question: what is your reaction when you see a kid with your number on their back?
I love it. I always try and make an effort to go up to them, because I probably don't see it a lot. Like you see a lot of 30s, you see a lot of 18s and 9s, but you don't see a lot of 12s. So yeah, I try and make an effort when they do get it.
Very nice, Tom. Blake?
very similar. When you just get around them is a bit harder and maybe have a little kick with them or something. You know, if it's at training or what.
I understand. Which club did you dislike the most when you were growing up?
Yeah, I'd probably say. Yeah, I actually probably would say Collingwood. I think. Not much has changed. Bit of pressure, but not much has changed. So yeah.
All right. What about you, Blake?
My brother was a Collingwood fan, and me and my brother had a bit of a rivalry. So competitive people. I didn't like Collingwood at all either.
Very nice. Very nice. Following along in the same vein, which is the AFL club that you like to beat the most in your current format?
There's a few. I'd say Collingwood and Essendon are definitely up there. But my number one is Geelong. Yeah.
Nice.
Before every year, I'd kind of mark down the Geelong games, and we're lucky enough to get 2 this year. So. Yeah, that's definitely my favourite, just purely because my whole family gets there as well. They don't get to all the games, but they make an effort to all get to that one, and it's a big deal for the family.
Good,
so.
good.
Yes, I suppose my past teams, Saints or Freo, I always look at that and pencil that one in as well.
Pencil that one in.
Try to have a big one.
I get you. All right, on the count of 3, don't look at each other, don't look at me, look out into the roof, look up at the ceiling, do whatever you want. But give me your answer at the same time. Which club has got the most feral supporters? 1, 2, 3.
Collingwood.
That was easy.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the boys. Thank you. That was great. The boys warmed themselves into that first little segment very nicely. What we're going to do now, we're going to do another little segment that I like to call speed mating. All right. What we're going to do here, I'm going to ask you boys a series of 16 questions, roughly in around about 60 seconds or a minute. There we go. What's going to happen is the answer you're going to give is not a wrong answer because it's your answer. All I ask you to do is just pay attention because it may come back a little bit later on. Out of you two, who would like to go first? Who would like to nominate themselves as going first in this segment?
Yeah, I'll go.
Great, thank you, Blake. I like it when they volunteer, it's wonderful. All right, so let's go with these questions and let's see what your answer is. The same questions will apply to you, Tom, when you get your chance. Who did you grow up supporting and who was your favourite footballer?
West Coast and Ben Cousins.
Great. What is the one headline you would like to wake up and read about yourself?
Game winner.
Who's been your toughest opponent to match up on?
Luke Hodge.
Who is the last person you spoke to on your phone?
Tom de Koning.
Okay. Who is the best kick at the club?
Best kick. Zach Williams.
Okay. Give us one word that describes what footy means to you.
Enjoyment.
Good. Your first goal was against who?
Carlton.
Lovely. What's your favourite dish to eat?
Risotto.
Okay. What's the best artist or concert you've ever seen?
ACL Music Festival in Austin.
Nice. All right. Favourite movie?
Garfield.
All right. Very good. Have you ever noticed the Good for Footy logo on the ground at the MCG and thought about this show?
Never.
Love it. Crunchy or smooth peanut butter?
Crunchy.
Tomato sauce in the fridge or cupboard?
Fridge.
Pyjama, boxer shorts, jocks or naked when it comes to bedtime?
Pyjama boxer shorts with sausage dogs on them.
Very nice. Aisle or window seat on a plane?
Aisle.
And left or right-handed side of the bed?
Left.
Oh, very nice. All right, there you go. That's a little bit of knowledge. Let's go with yours. Let's see where you go with this. Who did you grow up supporting and who was your favourite footballer?
I was born a Carlton supporter.
Yes.
And then once I got to, you guys will hate this, but once I got to, I think I was 7 or 8, I was St Kilda because of Nick Rewalt, and that's why I went number 12, so yeah, that's
Oh,
what
nice.
it is. So,
there you go.
yeah.
There's a story. So you don't get this anywhere else. You only get it here. This is good. What is the one headline you would like to wake up and read about yourself?
Norm Smith, medalist.
Oh, that's very nice. I like that. Who's been your toughest opponent to match up on?
Toughest opponent, I'd say Nick Nutnui.
Okay. Who's the last person you spoke to on your phone?
Blake.
Blake, there we go. Who was the best kick at the club?
I'd say Mitch McGovern.
Okay. Give us one word that describes what footy means to you.
What footy means to me? A lot.
A lot. Good.
2 words.
Yeah. Your first goal was against who?
Bulldogs.
What's your favourite dish to eat?
Steak.
What's your best? What's the best artist or concert you've ever seen?
Robbie Williams, I'd say.
Nice.
I have to say that, don't I?
Yeah. You'd hope so. He's going to be watching this. Favourite movie?
Forrest Gump.
Have you ever noticed the Good for Footy logo on the ground at the MCG and thought of this show?
Of course.
Ah, yeah, good. There you go. Crunchy or smooth peanut butter?
Crunchy.
Tomato sauce in the fridge or cupboard?
Fridge.
Pyjamas, boxer shorts, jocks or naked when it comes to bedtime?
Just jocks or naked.
Oh,
So-
calm down, girls. Aisle or window seat on a plane?
Aisle, for sure.
Aisle?
Yeah.
Left or right-hand side of the bed?
Right.
Okay, put your hands together for them, guys. Thank you. All right. All right, so what's going to happen, Ash, is Blake's going to keep score for you. We're going to keep it in that sequence. And Daniel, obviously Tom's going to keep score for you. Your questions are going to start as soon as I read the first one, which is now. How many premierships has your club won?
Daniel.
16.
16 is correct. You're off the mark. How many times has your team played in a losing grand final?
Daniel.
Daniel?
15.
No. Ash, you want to steal the points?
No, I don't want to steal them. I don't know.
Okay, all right. You could just have a guess and you might be lucky. Do you want to have a guess?
7.
Oh, you're wrong. It was 13. Question number 3. Who is your team's captain?
Daniel.
Daniel.
Cripps.
Patrick Cripps is correct. How's that working for you?
Yeah, no.
Well done. All right. Who wears the number 7 at your club?
Daniel.
Oh, Daniel.
Kennedy.
Who?
Matt Kennedy.
Matt Kennedy is correct. That's it. I like that. Now you're getting the hang of it. Closest within 1,000. How many members does your club
Daniel.
currently have? Ash.
102,000.
Did you say 102? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
You'd be right, because it's 103,019. So it's close to within 1,000. You've got it, all right? Well done. Where did your team finish on the ladder at the end of the home and away?
Daniel.
Yes?
3rd.
No. Daniel.
Did you say last year?
I didn't get to finish it. I will now, though. I can finish it if you like. Where did your team finish on the ladder at the end of the home and away season last year? 5th is correct. Well done. That's what happens when you buzz in. You're getting the hang of it now, Ash. All right. How many games did your team win last year at the end of the home and away season?
Daniel.
Ash.
11.
No. This is good, Daniel. All you've got to do is sit back and wait. How many do you think?
14. 13.
It was 13, but you don't get the points. Bad luck. What year did your team last win a grand final?
Daniel.
Who did they play? Daniel?
1995, Geelong.
I thought you might have wanted to answer that. But yes, it was 1995 Geelong. How many points did you win that grand final by?
16.
Did you say 16? You barrack for Carlton, yeah? Just checking.
Wrong.
No. Daniel?
60.
63? No, 61. Bad luck, mate. Who was the last Carlton player to win a Norm Smith medal?
Daniel.
Daniel?
Greg Williams.
Yeah, correct, in 1995. Well done. Now, this is for 2 points. How many goals and who was your... Blake's given up. I haven't seen that before. Okay. How many goals and who was your club's leading goal kicker in 2023?
Daniel. Charlie Curto. 84.
No, you've got Charlie Curnow. How many would you like to say, Ash?
64.
No, it was 81. You were very close. Bad luck. For 3 points, player, year and votes, who was the last Carlton player to win a Brownlow medal?
Fish Judd. Oh, no.
Hang on. It was Ash. Ash?
Patrick Cripps.
Yes?
With 27.
No. You've got Patrick Cripps. You've got 1 point. I'm looking for year and how many votes did he poll? Daniel. Year and votes. Give it a go, mate.
Was 2022, sorry.
2022, yes, I'll give you that. And votes?
29.
Spot on. 2 points. Well done. So what are we looking at score-wise? 6 versus 3. All right.
Yeah, that's it.
Blake's like... yeah. Right. Well, look, let's all change spots. Out of these 3 players, who has played the most games in the history of the Carlton Football Club? Multiple choice. Is it A, Bruce Jewell? Is it B, Cade Simpson? Is it C, John Nichols?
Daniel.
Ash.
John Nichols.
Who?
John Nichols.
No, not John Nichols. Daniel?
Simpson. Cade Simpson.
Who?
Cade Simpson.
No, you're both wrong. It was Bruce Jewell with 356. And this is your last question. Yeah, she did well, all right. Out of these 3 players, who has kicked the most goals in the history of the Carlton Football Club? Is it A, Brendan Favola? Is it A, B, Alex Jezelenko? Or C, Eddie Betts? Ash?
I'm going to go with Brendan Favola.
And he'd be right. Well done. Congratulations. Just worth 1 point. Bad luck, Ash. We have a winner. Daniel, you are. Well done, Daniel. Well done, Ash. You're both fantastic. Congratulations to our Simply the Best winner. You've just scored yourself a set of Yamaha TWEF3A earbuds valued at $99. That's yours, mate. Congratulations. And Ash, you don't go. Ash, you don't go home empty-handed. You've got that's good footy merchandise pack. There's about $80 worth of gear in there, so well done. Good on you, champ. Thanks, boys. Just put your microphones down there. Ash, don't forget your beanie and your phone. Wonderful. Well done. So we're going to introduce a segment again. It's called Speed Mating. We're going to start with you, Tom, and we're going to go with your 16 questions. We're going to see how much you remembered. Here comes your first one. Who did Blake grow up supporting and who was his favourite player?
West Coast and Ben Cousins.
Excellent. There's 1 point. Flip it over.
Yeah.
Good man. And here we go. Yep. Well done, Isaac. Thank you for helping him. Beautiful. All right. What is the one headline he would like to wake up and read about himself?
Match winner.
Very good. Another point. Who was his toughest opponent to match up on?
I forgot. Lockie O'Brien.
That's a no? Is that a no? Yeah, that's a no. Okay. Who was the last person he spoke to on his phone?
Me.
Beautiful. That's a point. Who did he say was the best kick at the club?
He said Zachy Williams.
Yes, he did. What one word did he use to describe what footy means to him?
Everything. Yeah, what did you say?
Enjoyment. Well done. No points there. His first goal was against who?
Yeah, Carlton.
All right.
Thank you.
His favourite dish to eat is what?
Risotto.
Nice. Yes. Best artist or concert was?
ACL Festival in Austin.
You going to give it to him? Yeah, he's got it. All right, there you go. What's his favourite go-to movie?
Yeah, I wasn't going to get that, so I'll be honest there. I wasn't
All
going to
right,
get that.
no points then. No points there. Has he ever noticed the Good for Footy logo on the ground at the MC? Yeah, nah. Crunchy or smooth peanut butter?
Crunchy.
Yes. Yeah. Fridge or cupboard for tomato sauce?
Fridge.
Yeah, another point. Pyjamas, boxers or naked?
The little boxes with the dogs on them.
Nice. Aisle or window on a plane?
Aisle.
Yes. And last one, left or right-hand side of the bed?
Left.
Beautiful. How'd he go?
I reckon I've got every one of them.
Well done. Look at that. Number 12. Yeah. Well done. Good on you, champ. All right. High fives all round. Well done. Thanks for helping him. That was wonderful. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Isaac. Now, Tyler, you're up. Okay. Isaac, you're up now. Okay. So this is now your turn. So Blake's going to be answering the questions. We'll see how you go. Who did Tom grow up supporting and who was his favourite footballer?
He grew up supporting Carlton, but Nick Revolt was his favourite.
There you go, because of number 12. What is the one line he'd like to wake up and read about himself?
Norm Smith.
I like that. Who's been his toughest opponent to match up on?
Nick Nat.
Yep, there you go, 3 for 3. Who was the last person he spoke to on his phone?
Blake.
There we go. Who did he say was the best kick at the club?
Mitch McGovern.
All right. What one word did he use to describe what footy means to him?
A lot.
2 words, yeah.
All right, good enough, that'll do. Who was his first goal against?
Western Bulldogs.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, going hell for leather here. His favourite dish to eat is?
Steak.
Yep.
Oh, best artist or concert
Robbie
was?
Williams.
Yep.
What's his favourite go-to movie?
Forrest Gump.
Yep.
Has he ever noticed the Good Footy logo on the
Yep.
ground?
Yep.
Yes. Crunchy or smooth peanut butter?
Crunchy.
Yep.
Fridge or cupboard?
Fridge.
Yep.
Beautiful. Pyjamas, boxer shorts or naked?
This is I'll go naked.
I kind of said both, yeah.
Yeah.
Depends on that.
Yeah, that's all right. You're going to give him the points. It's done. Aisle or window on a
Aisle.
plane? Oh, too good.
Yeah.
Left or right-hand side of the bed?
Left.
No.
He's done it. Oh, how's that?
That last one was a 50-50.
How's that? 12 versus 13.
You did that on purpose, didn't you?
Boys, Blake, would you mind grabbing the score pads back off them? It's 12 versus 13. You guys were fantastic. We don't have any losers here. You're all winners. You know why? Because you both get a That's Good for Footy merchandise pack. There you go, Tyler. That's yours. Isaac, that's yours. Well done, lads. Thanks for playing. Well done. Love it. Very good indeed. All right. That was good. Very good. All right, what I want to do now, we're just going to talk very quickly about football. We'll go into this as quickly as we can. I don't go into a great deal of detail about this because it's relevant, but we always know what the answers are going to be. They're not going to be the answers you want, so we'll go with what we know. Blues form, 4 losses, 9 wins, sitting second on the ladder. Wow. Next game, MCG, Friday night, 7:40pm against the Cats. How many are you going? Ooh. Show of hands. Fantastic. Well done. I love it. Extensive injury list. Doherty, Silvani, Chera. Martin looks like he might be back. Pitnet, Cunningham, Cottrell probably. About normal this time of the year when it comes to injuries. Dangerfield and Guthrie and Henry, possible ins for the Cats. I mentioned your injuries, but it must be good to witness and be part of the new brigade. Resurgence players like Elijah Hollins and Chincotta. A tagging role to shut down Merritt on the weekend. How bloody good was that? He had a great game of football. Very good indeed. The person I wanted to talk to, or talk about, plus having Williams back, playing the brand of footy is you, Tom De Koning. Fabulous game of footy against the Bombers the other week. You must be really happy with your brand of football at the moment. Give us a little bit of insight. I know, sorry, just before you do, I remember the last time we had you on the show, one of your ultimate goals was to be known and recognised as one of the premium ruckmen within the AFL community. I think you're right there, man. You're right up there. And you played a fantastic brand of football against Essendon. Tell us how you are feeling about your football.
I'm feeling comfortable at the moment. I think the main thing I'm looking for is just to be a consistent footy player, and it's probably something I haven't been able to say about myself up until this point in my career. So yeah, I've got a real focus on just finishing the year and playing as consistently as possible. And I don't know, the last probably 3 weeks I've been able to play the brand of footy that I've been trying to play for a long time, and it's good. Like, I trust all the teammates around me to kind of get their role done, and then it really makes it a lot easier for me to get my role done. So yeah, really enjoying footy at the moment.
That's brilliant. Blake, tell us about how things are going for you. How have you settled in this year, more so now that you've got quite a few games under your belt at the Carlton Football Club? How are things feeling for you?
Pretty cruisy, to be honest.
Nice.
I just play the same role every week, and doesn't really change for me too much. Try to help out Ollie a lot and educate him as much as I can, and fast track him to become a very good player, because I know he's going to be very good for us, and he's getting there at the moment. Just trying to educate the younger wingers at the group, and still nestled on my role and make sure I'm improving each week. And I'm just trying to stay consistent, same as most guys, and just keep bringing my strengths to the game each week and try to win games of footy.
Good on you, mate. I love it. You boys coming off a 12-day break between games, feeling refreshed? Both of you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And everything down at the club, what's the atmosphere like? Obviously, there's a big blockbuster game on Friday night coming up against Geelong Football Club. Let's not talk about the ins and outs. It's just going to be a fabulous game to get out. 12-day, feeling refreshed. What's the vibe like down at the club?
Yeah, it's good. It's good at the moment. Obviously got the bye, so a lot of us got away.
Yep.
Blake and I both got up north, and
Nice.
managed to get out of Melbourne for a bit and kind of refresh, and everyone's feeling really good. It's a big game, but we're kind of used to it now. We've had so many big games, even just this year. So it's really exciting, and we can't wait.
What are you expecting? 92, 95,000?
I'm not sure, actually. Does anyone know?
Be nice to be somewhere up around that. Anyway, getting on to this, no doubt the team message for this game will be hunt, chase, protect the corridor, take on every opportunity, apply pressure both on the ball carrier as well as the scoreboard, make your tackles stick and be effective with your ball use. Have I summed that up correctly?
Spot on.
About that, yeah. All right. All I wanted to say is good luck for the rest of the season to both of you. Stay injury free, and I'm pretty sure you'd all like to join me in saying, go Blues. Well done. All right. I just need to tell you a couple of quick things before you go. If you'd like to be part of the live audience at any of the shows that we do, get onto the website, which is www.that'sgoodforfooty.com.au. The next footy panel show that we're going to be doing is on June the 26th. We're heading to the Italian Sports Club in Werribee. You guys are going to love this. It's for a Collingwood show. Yeah, thank you. With Bo McCreary and Jack Crisp. Then on July the 3rd, we're heading to the Mulgrave Country Club in Wheelers Hill for a Richmond show with McKelty Lafau and Tim Taranto. Then on June the 17th, we're heading off to the Italian Sports Club in Werribee again for a Geelong show. Ooh. With Max Holmes and Ollie Henry. And then on the 24th of July, we're back at the Mulgrave Country Club in Wheelers Hill for a Hawthorn show with Jack Ginnivan and CJ. So remember, if you'd like to get along to it, purchase your... What's going on? I haven't said go. Anyway, what we wanted to do is just say thanks to everybody for coming along tonight. Thanks to Sam. Thanks to the lovely Sandy. Please put your hands together for Tom de Koning and Blake Akers. Thanks to everyone for coming along tonight. We hope you've had a good time. Go and like the page. This has been That's Good Footy. My name's Damien. Thank you and good night. Cheers, guys.